Hello, Celia.
Larry Peters, it was a very nice day.
Yes, darling, that's what I thought. You know, Celia, I've been looking for you all over London. I telephoned your flat.
Oh, my phone's been out of order the last few days.
So I gathered. The supervisor told me
I might
that...
have known it. Being a private inquiry agent, you have to make inquiries. My telephone has been disconnected.
Too bad. Tell me, are you going to buy that creation?
That creation is 25 guineas.
Oh. Celia, why aren't you working? That producer I introduced you to told me you were just what he was looking for.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I was just what he was looking for, all right.
Sure, that's what I told him. I said you could do anything on the stage.
I can do anything, but I draw the line at standing in front of black velvet drapes wearing my lipstick and a pair of false eyelashes. Can you imagine it? Larry?
Sorry, darling, what were you saying?
I was to be Paulette, the Parisian model. The only trouble was he wanted to try me out there and then.
Nice guy. Celia, how would you like to come and work for me for a day or two?
Oh, no.
It's a very interesting case.
No, Larry.
I'm paying 50 guineas.
Never again.
All right, darling, have it your own way.
Oh, Larry, what's it all about, this case?
That's more like it.
Now, don't get the idea that I'm...
somewhere where we can talk. That's that, eh?
No, dear. Somewhere where we can talk. No, Larry, definitely no. I've made up my mind I won't have anything to do with it.
Good afternoon, Mr. Peters. Hello, Joey. Honestly, Celia, this is all. I'm not asking you to take any risks.
Ah, that's what you said last time. And if I remember, I ended up in a refrigerator. Another 10 minutes and I should have been just a small addition to the frozen meat ration.
I rescued you, didn't I? We broke the case. And you got 30 guineas.
And I earned every little penny of it. No, Larry, I am not cut out for carrying the can back for a private investigator. You can count me out. Hello, Annie.
Hello, Miss Hazell. Good afternoon, Mr. Peters. Hello, Annie. A couple of martinis, please. Yes. Listen, Celia. I have an idea that an old woman is being killed, slowly.
And I've an idea if I get mixed up in this, a young woman will be killed. Quickly.
No gag, Celia. This is serious.
Well, I'm serious. You're a great, strong, hulking man. Somebody's being killed. Do something about it. Go out and stop him.
I can't without your help.
Please, Larry, I've told you I won't get mixed up in your racket. Oh. Oh, Larry, look. Isn't it a dream?
With 50 quid in your pocket, you could buy half a dozen hats like that. Bigger ones.
Nothing doing.
Listen, Celia, let me tell you what happened.
All right. It won't make any difference.
The other day, a North Country couple came to see me in my office. Mr. and Mrs. Haldane, and they were worried. Apparently they have an Aunt Nora, and she's very rich. A few months ago, Aunt Nora suddenly married a man young enough to be her son, and went to live with him in a house called the Laurels. None of their letters were answered. So, partly I believe out of genuine affection, and doubtless partly with an eye to the main chance, the Haldanes decided to come up and visit Aunt Nora in person. They wanted to keep their visit a surprise, and consequently hadn't written suggesting it, either to Aunt Nora or to her husband, Lester Martin.
Takes a bit of brass to keep a place up like this, you know.
Aye, Nora's brass.
Yes? Oh, good morning. We've come to call on Mrs. Lester Martin.
That's right.
All right, can I help you? I'm Mr. Martin.
Oh, I see. Well, Haldane's the name, and this is my wife. You'll have heard about her from Aunt Nora.
Yes, I have.
Me and my husband being up in London and seeing that Aunt Nora hasn't answered any of our letters, we thought we'd look her up.
Aye, and make your acquaintance, now that you're married into the family.
Really? Well, I'm in a most awkward position.
And so are we, standing on your doorstep. Aren't you going to ask us inside?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I can't, Mrs. Haldane. I've got to think of my wife.
And so have I. I want to see her.
But it's impossible. You see...
Well?
Come on, out with it, man.
Well, if you insist on the truth, she doesn't want to see you.
Aunt Nora see us? Don't talk so damn.
I'm very sorry, Mrs. Haldane, but that's the position. She's made it quite clear to me that she doesn't want to have anything more to do with you. So I'm afraid all I can do is to wish you both good day.
Hey, no, you don't, lad.
Now, look here.
Now, you look here. We told you all polite and civil that we wanted to see Aunt Nora, and we're not leaving this house until we have.
I'm afraid it's quite impossible.
Why?
Because
Yes?
she's a very sick woman.
Aunt Nora's sick.
She was always as strong as a horse.
Well, what's her trouble?
She's been sleepwalking again.
Oh, there's nothing in that one. I never knew her when she didn't.
But she's in a highly nervous state. The doctor says she's headed for a breakdown.
Yes, but that doesn't stop her from seeing her own flesh and blood.
And all visitors are strictly forbidden.
I'd like to see that, Doctor.
Yes, and so would I.
Very well. Excuse me a moment. Dr. Creswell, can you spare a minute?
Would you come in here, please?
Dr. Creswell, Mr. and Mrs. Haldane.
Haldane?
Yes, they're relatives of my wife's.
Oh, yes, now I recollect. You have explained her condition, Mr. Martin.
I've repeated your instructions that in no circumstances is she allowed to see any strangers.
But we're not strangers, we're relatives.
I'm afraid that makes no difference, Mrs. Haldane. Mrs. Martin is having a very special treatment, which requires absolute isolation.
Yes, but you can't.
You heard what Dr. Creswell said, Mr. Haldane.
Do you mean she's so weak she can't even raise her hand?
I didn't say that.
Then why doesn't she answer our letters?
I've already explained to you, Mrs. Haldane, that it's not because of her weakness. And now, as Dr. Creswell and I are rather busy, perhaps you'll excuse us.
No, I'll be damned if I... Oh, come on, Mother, there's no sense in stopping here.
Well, surely I can see my own aunt, especially if
No,
she's
come
ill.
on, love, come on, don't fret yourself, love.
Now that you're satisfied about my wife's health and her wishes regarding yourselves, I'm afraid it's unlikely we shall meet again. Goodbye.
Well, I've never.
Damn
You
sauce.
wouldn't believe this. Downright
Never heard anything like it.
Mark my word, there's something very funny going on there.
Aye, I've a jolly good mind to see somebody about this, I can tell you. Everything my experience in life, I've answered
But the Haldanes weren't satisfied. And having no case for which to go to the police, they came to me. You know, Celia, I think this is something pretty serious. Apart from being exactly my type of case.
But if there's no case for the police, there certainly isn't one for you. Especially as the doctor supporting Lester Martin.
If he is a doctor,
You mean he's a phony?
I can't find any trace of a Dr. Creswell.
No, Larry, you still haven't got a case. And I'm not getting involved in any more of your hunches.
Let's have two more, Eddie.
Yeah.
What would you say if I told you? We discovered that about 6 weeks ago, Aunt Nora made a new will, leaving everything to Lester Martin.
Well, it's her money. She can do what she likes with it.
Celia, could you do a Cockney charwoman study?
Comedy or straight?
I don't care as long as it's convincing.
Convincing to whom?
Lester Martin. You see, I fixed Mrs. Leatherbarrow.
Who?
Mrs. Leatherbarrow. She's the lady at the Laurels. She's agreed to take a few days off to visit her sister. She's left a note recommending her old friend, Mrs. Harris, to carry on in her place.
Am I to be Mrs. Harris?
Well?
No, Larry.
Oh, Celia, that's the only way I can think of to get someone into the house to make sure that poor Aunt Nora isn't being slowly murdered.
Thank you very much. I'm staying out of trouble.
Oh, well, I suppose it is a little beyond your range. Yes, you better stick to your own line of business. I'm sure you'll be wonderful posing from black velvet, wearing nothing but a pair of false eyelashes. It's too bad. If you were a good enough actress to play Mrs. Harris for me, you'd earn 50 quid. And then you could buy a hat like that. 50 guineas, Celia.
No, Larry. Definitely no.
Okay. said, excuse me.
What for?
This is my office, and I'm a poor swimmer.
You'll be out of your depth when you get inside.
What's that?
I said there's no need to fret. The young lady's inside.
Oh.
Good morning, Mr. Peters.
Good morning, Miss Arnold. Any post today?
Well, actually, Mr. Peters, I haven't been along to see yet.
Oh, well, don't hurry. Reading strains the eyes.
You know, some people say they can read me like a book.
Oh, really? Tell me, what happens when they turn over the page?
Well, that would be telling.
Yes.
I suppose I better go and fetch the letters.
Yes, of course. If you don't, we shall stop work before we start, shan't we?
Can't you look what you're doing? Have you got yourself wet? Well, of course I have. What a silly place to put that.
Standing in the middle of the corridor, you ought to have been able to see if it's big enough, isn't it?
Can I be of any assistance? Of all the stupid, careless places to leave a piece of soap.
What happens when you turn over the page?
What the devil? Celia, why, that's great, darling.
Don't darling me, you.
You had me fooled completely.
That was never very difficult. Do you think I can fool Esther Martin?
Well, in that rig out, you could get away with murder.
Don't tempt me. And the next time you want somebody to stooge for you, get hold of your little piece of glamour down there. You wolf.
For heaven's sake, what's the matter with you? You're like an old woman.
Well, I always have to get the tablets. It's a risk.
Of course it's a risk. But you know as well as I do she's got to be kept doped.
What's wrong with aspirin?
After all the stuff she's been having, aspirin wouldn't touch her, and you know it. Anyway, this is the last lot you'll have to get. It'll all be over soon.
Will it? Do you think it's wise to...
Shut up. You're beginning to get on my nerves. And I don't like people who get on my nerves. You wouldn't want to upset me, would you? Because you know what would happen, don't you? Have another drink.
All right, I'll get the tablets.
That's more like it. We don't want to quarrel, do we?
No, of course not. Only if anything came out of the inquest and the tablets are traced to me...
In the first place, nothing about the tablets is going to come out of the inquest. For the simple reason that Nora is not going to die of an overdose of sleeping tablets. She's going to die as a result of a nasty fall while sleepwalking. The tablets are purely incidental.
Yes, I know, but...
And in the second place, it's up to you to make sure that the tablets aren't traced back to you.
Yes. Yes, all right, Martin.
So don't let's have any more talk about what you like and what you don't like. We're in this together, up to our necks.
Yes.
And if you think of double-crossing me or running out on me...
I won't do that. You know I won't.
No. I don't think you will. Because I've got enough on you to put you away for 20 years. Remember that. But as I say, we mustn't quarrel. That'd be silly, wouldn't it? Go on.
Give me a start, you did. Are you Mr. Martin?
I am. What can I do for you?
Well, Mrs. Leatherbarrow can't come, sir. She sent this note.
Oh. Very inconvenient. You Mrs. Harris?
That's right, sir.
Well, Mrs. Leatherbarrow suggests that you take her place here for a week on the same terms.
Well, if that's all right with you, sir.
I suppose so. You'd better come this way. You know what to do.
Oh, I'll soon get the hang of things, sir.
I'll show you the kitchen.
Thank you very much.
Did Mrs. Leatherbarrow tell you anything about the place?
Oh, yes, sir.
What did she tell you?
Well, she said as I had an invalid wife what walks in her sleep.
Anything else?
No, just that, sir, if there's anything I can do to help.
There isn't. Furthermore, Mrs. Harris, my wife sleeps on the top floor. It will not be necessary for you to work on that floor, as I see to all my wife's requirements. She's in a highly nervous state and is apt to get overexcited if she sees or hears strangers. You understand?
Yes, of course, sir. But if the poor dear...
That's all, Mrs. Harris, except that we lunch at 1. Now, I suggest we go to work at once. This is a large house and there's a great deal to do. Come this way.
Sir.
I have to go out, Mrs. Harris.
Oh, yes, sir.
Remember what I said about my wife's room. Keep away from there, please.
It's all right, sir. Will you be gone long?
Oh, about an hour. Why?
Well, just in case anybody calls.
Nobody will call. Should you hear my wife knocking, you will disregard it, please.
Yes, sir, but...
There are no buts, Mrs. Harris. People in my wife's mental condition are apt to become violent. I trust I make myself clear.
Oh, yes, sir. We can go up there for a £5 note if that's how it is.
Good. I'm glad you understand.
So you didn't have to give me a start, you did. You've been quick with the shopping, haven't you?
I thought it looked like rain.
Looks all right to me. She wouldn't go popping out of doors like that. Frightened the life out of me. I'd have to give a cat kitten.
What did you say?
Nothing, sir.
And all about that wretched jumble sale. Making a mountain out of a molehill, I think. So I said to her, well, if that's the way you want to take it, all I've got to say is, the sooner one of us resigns, the better. And I don't see why it should be me.
I think you're perfectly right, dear.
Any jam, Mrs. I didn't ask to be chairman of the subcommittee, did I?
Any jam?
Raspberry. And when you come to think about it, that husband of hers. But there, I'm the last person to want to pry into anyone's affairs. Mr. Martin from the Laurels. Such a nice man. Don't say anything about his wife, will you, dear? Very sad. Good morning, Mr. Martin.
Good morning, ladies. Good morning, Mr. Dickens.
Good morning, Mr. Martin. I've got everything ready for you.
Thank you. Let me have a pound of soda as well, will you?
Certainly.
And how is your poor wife, Mr. Martin?
No improvement, I regret to say. No improvement.
Poor lamb. Nerves, is it?
I hope it's only that. But the doctor's very worried. It's her sleepwalking, you know. Somnambulism. She's a somnambulist.
Oh, yes, of course. Yes, it would be. Very sad.
The trouble is that when she's sleepwalking, she gets into the oddest places. Twice we found her out on the balcony. I'm terrified there'll be an accident.
Well, it must be very distressing for you, Mr. Martin.
Yes, indeed. But one does one's best. I don't know.
Here you are, Mr. Martin. Shall I book them as usual?
Yes, please. Good day to you.
Good day.
Good day, ladies.
Goodbye.
Poor man. Married such a short time and devoted to her, absolutely devoted.
And she old enough to be his mother. Wonderful thing, love. What is a somnambulist, anyway?
Dear, I'm the Daily Help.
You're not Mrs. Leatherbarrow. I've often watched her through the window.
No, her sister's been took queer. I'm Mrs. Ellis. Did you want something? Oh, you don't look at all well. I think you better come and sit down. Over here, come sit down.
How did you get in? Lester always locks my door.
Well, you must have forgotten this time.
Lester doesn't like me to see people. He says it's bad for me. He'll be cross if you stay here.
No, that's all right.
Where is Lester?
Now, you don't have to worry. He's out doing the shopping. Now, you're sure there's nothing I can get you?
No. No, thank you.
Sure? What's been the matter, love? Nerves?
The doctor says so. I feel all right, but it's when I'm asleep. I walk in my sleep, you see. Lester says it's very dangerous.
Dangerous?
Twice he's found me out there on that balcony. He's frightened I might have an accident.
Oh. If he fell off there, he wouldn't half be in a mess when he reached the bottom. But you ain't going to have no accident, are you, dear? I don't think you better pop back into bed.
Yes, perhaps I'd
Yes,
better. A little while ago, I didn't feel at all well.
Well, you feel all right once you get your feet up again, dear. There we are, sit down. I'll take your shoes off. Come on. One. Come on. Dr. Creswell, hasn't he given you nothing to cure you?
Take a lot of tablets.
I bet you do.
What did you say?
What you need is a bottle of real medicine. Haven't you got a doctor of your own?
There's my family doctor, but he's up north. Besides, Lester says it would be an insult to Dr. Creswell to call in another doctor.
He does he?
Mrs. Harris? thought I'd better let you have these right away.
Keep quiet. There's a new Daily Woman about, Claire. Good morning, Doctor.
Oh, good morning. Afraid I'm a little late. I got held up on my rounds.
I'd like a word with you before we go upstairs.
Yes, certainly, Mr. Martin. I hope Mrs. Martin is progressing favorably.
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about.
I was rather worried.
So you got it?
Yes. Good. I tell you, it's getting more and more difficult. One chemist refused point blank.
Why? You had a prescription made out, didn't you?
Yes, but he said the tablets had to be actually administered by a doctor. Wanted to know the name of the doctor who'd signed the prescription.
What did you do? Didn't lose your head?
No, of course not. I blustered and pretended to be annoyed, gave him the name of a fictitious doctor and came away quick.
Good. You're learning. Then what?
I found a scruffy little place in a side street. The man looked at me a bit hard. They gave me the tablets. I tell you, it's getting dangerous.
Oh, don't start that line again.
No, I'm not getting any more.
Don't worry. You won't have to.
Why?
I think we've waited long enough.
Are you sure you can trust your Lester?
Of course I can. He loves me. He told me so only yesterday. Why, Lester would do anything for me.
Except let you see another doctor, eh?
He explained.
Husbands always do. Now look, Ducks, if you really want to see another doctor, it's as easy as kiss me hand.
But how?
Put your clothes on and come along with me. I'll get you fixed up straight away.
Lester would never let me.
He won't know. He's out doing the shopping.
I'd like to, but I'd have to tell Lester afterwards. He might be angry with me. No, I couldn't do it.
Now look here, Mrs. Martin. You've got to pull yourself together. This is serious.
Why are you talking that way? A moment ago you were talking quite differently. I don't believe you're a Daily Woman at all.
I'm not. I've been sent here to see you.
Sent who by?
Frank and Emily Haldane.
Frank and Emily? But they finished with me. They've never forgiven me for marrying Lester.
On the contrary, they've been told it's you that's finished with them.
Who by?
Your husband.
But he can't have. He's never even seen them.
Oh, yes, he has. They called here only last week and he wouldn't let them see you.
You're lying to me.
You can soon test the truth of that.
How?
By putting your clothes on and coming with me now. I'll take you straight to them. I'll get your things.
I won't have you saying these things about Lester.
I'm very sorry, Mrs. Martin, but I can assure you it's all true. Now look, Mrs. Martin, you don't seem to realize you're in serious danger.
Danger? Who from?
Your husband. Now, you've just made a will in his favor, haven't you?
Yes, but Lester loves me. He'd never do anything to hurt me.
He's not going to get the chance. Now, come along, dear. Come on, we haven't got any time to lose. Come on, hurry up.
But I don't...
Your stockings.
Oh.
I'm not trying to get out of anything. But are you sure we're quite ready?
Ready? Of course we're ready. You leave the planning to me. It's 6 weeks since the will was signed, isn't it?
Yes, I know. I witnessed it.
Well, then. It's that Mrs. Harris that's worrying me.
You've warned her to keep away from the bedroom?
Yes, of course I have. Still like to make sure of her.
Hurry up. Never mind about your buttons. Come on, put your scarf on.
It can't be true. I tell you, Lester loves me.
Never mind about Lester. You hurry up. Come on.
Oh.
Lester? Oh, come on, quickly. Go and take your things off. Go on.
Well, Mrs. Harris isn't in the kitchen. I wonder where she's got to.
She's probably outside somewhere.
Yes. I still don't like it.
If Lester finds out I've been here, he's going to be furious with you.
I know he will.
Well, then don't say anything. Come on, get into bed. Come on, hurry up. And remember, ask to see another doctor.
What are you going to do?
I don't know yet. It's bolted on the other side.
Here's Dr. Creswell to see you, dear.
Oh, good morning, Mrs. Martin.
How are you?
I'm much better, thank you, Lester.
That's very good news, Mrs. Martin. Very good news.
Has anyone been up here to see you?
No, Lester.
Good. Rest is so essential, isn't it, Doctor?
In an obscure condition such as yours, Mrs. Martin, I always prescribe absolute quiet.
I was wondering, Lester, since it is so obscure, perhaps another opinion.
Nora, do you realize what you're saying? Why, that's a reflection on Dr. Creswell's professional competence.
Lester, you know I didn't mean that. It's only that
All right. We won't mention it again.
But I feel better. I'd like to get up.
I'm afraid we can't permit that, Mrs. Martin. In your present state, it might easily prove fatal.
Is something troubling you, dear?
No, nothing, Lester.
But you're trembling. You're cold. I'll get your wrap.
No, really, Lester. I'm perfectly well.
Nonsense, my dear.
You do seem a little upset, Mrs. Martin. I'll just take your pulse. Racing a bit. You sure you feel quite all right, Mrs. Martin?
Oh, yes, thank you, Doctor. I'm quite all right, thank you.
Now, let's get this wrap on, shall we?
Your wife does seem a little upset. Luckily, I have some new tablets, Mrs. Martin. I'll just get one ready for you now. They'll calm your wife.
That's an excellent idea, Doctor.
Lester, could I see my family, Doctor?
But Nora, darling, I thought we'd agreed we had perfect confidence in Dr. Creswell.
If I thought a second opinion was necessary, Mrs. Martin, I should say so at once.
Quite so, Doctor.
The Haldanes, then. Might I see the Haldanes?
I won't have them in the place, and that's final, you understand?
But why, Lester?
I haven't wanted to upset you. You know my whole life is devoted to making things easier for you, don't you? Don't you, Nora?
Yes, but the Haldanes...
They've written you letters full of filthy abuse.
But you've never shown them to me. Never told me anything.
No, my dear. I burned them.
Your husband was very wise, Mrs. Martin. We might have upset you.
All the same, I'd rather have seen them, have judged for myself.
Now, darling, try not to think about them anymore.
Now, Mrs. Martin, just drink this, will you?
After all, what do the Haldanes matter? So long as we have each other.
Yes, Lester, dear, of course.
That's my good girl.
Now, Mrs. Martin, you just try and rest a little. I'll call again tomorrow. I hope you'll be feeling better. Good day, Mrs. Martin.
Good day, Doctor.
I'll see you out, Doctor.
Thank you.
Lester, could I have a word with you, dear? Alone?
What's she up to? How should I know? For heaven's sake, don't let her talk you into getting a doctor. Oh, don't be a fool, Miss.
Now, my dear, what is it?
Lester, must my door always be locked and my window?
But, darling, don't you understand? Last night we did open your window, and look what happened. I had to wrestle with you on the balcony to get you inside again.
But the door needn't be locked during the day.
The trouble is you don't realize it, but you keep on falling asleep. Why, only this morning the Daily Woman found you wandering in the garden in your nightclothes. You see, once you're asleep, you're not responsible.
The Daily Woman found me? Not this morning.
Yes, my dear, you see... She hasn't been up here, has she?
Nobody ever comes up here. You know that, Lester. Lester, I want to see a specialist.
Yes, dear, yes. All in good time. But first you must try these new tablets. And if they don't work, Then we'll see.
But I want to see a specialist now, today.
I will not have you embarrassing Dr. Creswell as you did this morning. I have the utmost confidence in him, and I must insist that we know what is best. Now, no more of this. You must relax. Oh, Nora, I think you should take some more pills very soon. And do try and sleep. You still seem very upset.
Well, what did I tell you?
It's all very queer, that I will admit. But it doesn't make sense. Lester loves me. He said so.
He also said I found you wandering in the garden in your nightclothes. Now, that's not true, Mrs. Martin. He made it up on the spur of the moment. And if he can tell one lie, he can tell several.
What am I to do?
Well, for a start, don't take any of those tablets. Then lock the door after I've gone. And tonight... Does your husband go out in the evening?
He usually goes out to have a drink about between 9 and 10.
Right. Well, as soon as he's gone, slip your clothes on, unlock the door and get out of the house. And I'll be waiting for you by the summer house with the Haldanes.
Frank and Emily?
Yes, and then you'll hear the truth. The real truth. Now, you will believe them, won't you?
Yes, I believe them.
Right. Now, I must fly. Now, come along and lock the door after me. Come on. Now, don't forget, between 9 and 10 by the summer house. And don't tell your husband about me.
She's getting awkward, Martin. If she's going to be awkward, she's going to be dangerous.
Yes. The sooner she's out of the way, the better. If I give her another 4 tablets tonight...
She'll be completely doped by 11. Everyone knows she walks in her sleep, don't they?
Yes, of course. Those damned Haldanes hadn't turned up the other week. It'd all be over and done with. But it was quite obvious they were suspicious.
Yes, it was. Well, are we getting along?
Now, don't make a mess of things this time.
No, of course not. Well, 11 o'clock tonight, then.
That's right.
What about the balcony?
Oh, don't worry about that. I fixed it. Wouldn't stand to wait for the cat.
Good. Well, in that case, I bet...
Well, what the devil are you...
Oh!
What's the matter? Help me get rid of that chair.
She may be badly injured after a fall like that. We'd better get a doctor.
Oh, don't be a fool. Look at it yourself.
No, it's too big a risk. She may be really bad.
Nonsense. She's only fainted. You take her feet. All right, she's coming to. Do your stuff.
There, now. Take it easy. What seems to be the trouble?
Oh, it's beside, sir. Under my heart. Everything went black. Maybe I'd better see a doctor, eh?
Yes, of course, if it doesn't get any better.
Mrs. Harris, I think you better go straight home.
Thank you, sir. I'll get my things.
No, I'll get those.
Do you think you can manage to walk all right?
Yes, I can manage. Thank you, sir. Of course, they walk. I've never done anything like that in a whole life.
Poor Mrs. Harris.
There, now, what you want is a nice, good rest.
Thank you very much, lady.
You'll let me know how you feel in the morning, Mrs. Harris.
I will. Mr. Martin, I'm very sorry about it.
Not at all. Goodbye.
What's the matter?
Nothing.
Hello?
Hello? Mr. Peters, please.
Mr. Peters' office. Miss Arnold speaking.
Oh, this is Celia.
Who?
Celia.
What was the name again?
Celia.
Celia. Have you a surname? Oh, really?
Now listen, Madame Pompadour. Do you think you could possibly get off Mr. Peters' lap long enough
To let me speak to him urgently?
Mr. Peters is out. Was there any message?
Out? But didn't he leave a message for me? It's Celia Hazell.
Oh, it's you.
Of course, you're the tour lady type, aren't you?
Yes. Mr. Peters says you're to meet him at the Roundabout Club at 7:30 this evening. And please don't be late, he said.
The Roundabout Club at 7:30. Are you sure?
Yes, he's meeting a client there at 7. He said you'd understand. He's ringing back later for any messages.
Well, look, when he calls, tell him that it's vitally important to get hold of the Haldanes and tell them to be at the Laurels at 9 o'clock tonight. Wait near the summer house.
To give me a break.
No, I've listened to you too many times, Peters. You're poison. Everything you touch turns sour.
Not this time, Inspector. You've got to believe me and help us out.
Come and see me tomorrow.
Tomorrow will be too late.
Listen, I agreed to meet you here on the strict understanding that you had a cut-and-dried case.
We have.
Have you, hell? All you've got is a fantastic story without a ha'porth of proof or a shred of supporting evidence.
But that's just what I'm telling you, Inspector. If you're there yourself tonight and see what happens, well, surely that's proof enough, isn't it?
And if nothing happens, which knowing you wouldn't surprise me in the least.
It will. Don't worry. If Celia...
Celia? Now, don't talk to me about Celia. You've got a nerve. After all the scrapes that you and she have dragged me into. I wonder she stands you anyway.
Well, Celia's in this case with me because she knows that every word I've told you is the gospel truth.
I'm sorry, Peters, but my position in the force doesn't allow me to play fast and loose.
Inspector, I swear all this is absolutely on the level. It'll be a feather in your cap and in mine. All you've got to do is to watch and listen and form your own conclusions. These people give themselves away. You'll help to save a woman's life and you'll put a murderous scoundrel just where he belongs.
All right. Oh, I know I'm being had for a sucker again. And listen, Peters, if you slip up this time by so much as...
Good man. Thanks, Inspector. You won't regret it.
Well, I hope not.
Let's have two more, Ernie. Make them doubles. Now, waiter. Cigarette?
No, thank you. I don't.
What did you say?
Me? Nothing.
Oh, sorry, I thought you spoke. I told you didn't mind, please. What is it? Oh, hello.
Hello.
Ruby. I'm Miss Jackson.
Ruby's all right with me.
This is my partner, Miss Celia Hazell. We're working on an important case together. I wonder, would you excuse us?
But Mr. Peters.
I'm so sorry about this. I'll ring you in the morning.
But what about my case?
Everything's going to be all right. Not a just cause or impediment anywhere. No writs of habeas corpus or what have you. Everything's straightforward.
I see.
Perfectly safe in my hands. I'll call you right here. Celia, you're looking absolutely wonderful.
Busy little man, aren't you?
Yes.
Better come down to earth, Larry. We're here on business. You made all the arrangements for tonight?
Everything's set.
The whole day?
I'll meet us at summer house at 9. Drink?
Thank you. I don't want Ruby's leftovers.
Well, I guess I'll need it before the evening's over. Cheerio.
They fixed that balcony all right. She only has to step onto it and her weight will do the rest. Exit poor Aunt Nora. Funeral Thursday at 3.
Yes, lots of sympathy for the poor bereaved husband.
Well, that all depends whether she has the sense to do as I told her.
Don't worry, I've got everything fixed. I'm quite sure there's a room next to Aunt Nora's.
Oh, certain. There's a communicating door. But it was locked on the inside.
Don't worry, I'll take care of that. I'll be in that room with Inspector Parker.
Inspector Parker? Then you've called in the police.
Not quite. I persuaded him to come along and make up his own mind if there's any dirty work going on.
Oh, that's grand, Larry. That lets me right out.
On the contrary, sweetheart, you're very much in. You see, if Aunt Nora gets away, we've got to catch Lester and the doctor actually trying to murder someone else.
You're suggesting they find me in Aunt Nora's bed?
Got it in one. All you've got to do is to play possum until they're hopelessly committed before the inspector and me.
Larry Peters, this is the end. You always say you're going to be there in the crucial moment, but you never are. And if you think you're going to get me out to the Laurels tonight, climbing up ladders, breaking in through windows, and then popping into some strange bed waiting to be murdered by that Lester Martin, you've got another big think coming. No, Larry. No, no.
Sign of the little girl yet. It's still early.
I don't like this Peters at all. It's all most irregular. Well, I can only hope that you got your facts correct.
Just don't worry, Inspector. You two stay here. When Aunt Nora arrives, hurry her down the drive, into the car and away. Don't wait for us.
I've got that.
Oh, aye, aye. Is the young woman staying here with us?
Turn yourself into a charwoman, he says. Lovely, I promptly do it.
Well, the young lady will be with the Inspector and me in the house.
Turn yourself into a housebreaker. No, say I. Here I am. One of these days, Larry Peters out.
Did you call, darling?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
Good. Let's go. Remember, you stay here whatever you do. Come on, Inspector, let's get the ladder.
Constitutes breaking and entering. It's a felony.
Don't worry. You just wait and see.
Keep that torch down.
Last.
Those are
I'm glad of my stockings.
Gather them quietly.
Larry, can't see a thing.
What is it?
Shh. I don't like it.
By the door.
Not a sound. All being well she's got in the garden. You slip into this room and get into bed. We'll wait here.
You would.
Everything going according to plan. Pop along, sweetheart. Try and look as much like Aunt Nora as you can. Listen, they're coming.
Now, I think we'll stop all this nonsense. Get up. What the? Who are you?
This isn't Mrs. Harris.
Who is this woman, Nora?
That's the the woman I told you about who came up here this morning. I'd know those eyes anywhere, telling me those wicked lies.
You fool!
Who the devil are you, anyway?
Well, perhaps you'd remember me better if I talked like that, Jax, eh?
I see. Very ingenious. Now, don't move. Now, perhaps you'll be good enough to explain what all this is about before I get the police.
That's all right, Martin. We brought the police along with us.
All right, you can put that gun down. My name's Parker, Scotland Yard. That's my card.
Oh. Good evening, Inspector. You're just in time. My wife informs me that this young woman here, apart from entering my house by a trick this morning, has been making the most slanderous allegations regarding myself and Dr. Creswell. Allegations which, I may say, I intend to make her repeat in court.
Well, Larry, something seems to have gone wrong. Remember?
Now, look here. The only person who can clear this up is Mrs. Martin. I believed her life to be in danger.
And so it is, thanks to your damned interference. Inspector, here's my wife, a very sick woman, ordered to stay in bed by Dr. Creswell.
That's perfectly correct.
Lester, dear,
Nora, darling, you look exhausted. Come and sit down. Excuse me, Inspector.
Look here, Peters. This is a very different story from the one you told me.
Don't worry, Inspector.
But I am worrying. Acting on statements made by you which appear to have been completely without foundation.
Oh, but they're not.
Oh, keep quiet, you. It seems to me that you not only brought me here under false pretenses, but you've also placed me in a most invidious position. It's a very serious affair all round, Peters. Well, what have you got to say?
Well, you see,
Come on, man, say something.
No, look, I'll say it for him.
I told you to...
Shut up. I know, but I won't. Now, you keep quiet and listen to me. Lester Martin, I accuse you, before these witnesses, of having married Mrs. Martin for her money, induced her to sign a will in your favor, and then conspired with Dr. Creswell here, who's no more a doctor than I am, to drag her into unconsciousness, put her out on that balcony, which has been deliberately weakened so that it'll collapse under her weight.
Oh, please forgive me, but it's all such nonsense.
Worse than that, it's downright slander.
Are you suggesting that I'm lying?
Well, Inspector, and what's your reaction to this remarkable story?
What has Mrs. Martin got to say?
Shameful, wicked lies, Lester.
Oh.
Make her take it all back.
Now, listen. Now, perhaps, Inspector, you'll do your duty and remove this man and woman before they upset my wife any more.
All I can say is how very sorry I am that you've been put to all this bother, Mr.
But, Inspector...
Don't you inspect me. I've listened to enough of your nonsense. I'll talk to the pair of you outside. I've never been made to feel such a fool in the whole of my career.
Oh, but you're not.
Allow me to do the talking now, young lady. You two have said quite enough.
But don't you believe that...
I believe that you're a couple of dangerous nuisances. That's what I believe. In future, Peters, you better confine your investigations to watching other people's wives, keyhole peeping and so on. Leave this sort of thing to the police.
Do you mean to say that you're not satisfied that
I'm satisfied that you've hoaxed me into becoming your accomplice in this affair, and I don't like it. But you two are principals, not accomplices. So I'll trouble you to come to the station with me.
Just a minute.
I'm telling you...
Oh, shut up. Now listen, Mr. Lester Martin. Are you prepared to swear on oath that you haven't deliberately weakened that balcony out there?
Don't be ridiculous. Of course I haven't.
Then go out and stand on it now.
I wouldn't dream of it. It's probably unsafe anyhow. It hasn't been used for years.
No? And yet only this morning I heard you telling Mrs. Martin that you had to wrestle with her, to drag her in off the balcony when she was sleepwalking last night. Isn't that true, Mrs. Martin?
Why, yes, Lester, you did say that. You told me the reason you kept the window shut was because you were always finding me standing on the balcony.
The point is, if it stood the weight of two people last night, it should stand your weight now, Martin.
Probably...
Come on, one of us is lying. I say it's deliberately been tampered with and you say it hasn't.
Well, Mr. Martin, you're willing to go out and stand on the balcony, and all this young lady's accusations will be proved false.
Very well.
Larry, look out!
I warn you! Shut up!
Larry! Oh!
was no alternative. Well, Inspector?
Better get an ambulance. Mrs. Barton. I'm so sorry. Now, you better come along with me. Come on, get going.
He said he loved me. That's what I don't understand. He told me he loved me.
Well, you come with me. I'll take you to some people who really love you. Frank and Emily.
Frank and Emily.
They're waiting for you in the garden. They'll look after you.
I shall never get over it. No.
45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50.
£50. 50 whole, beautiful pounds. You know, it almost makes being let down by you worthwhile.
Now, you cut that out. And here's a check for another 100.
What on earth for?
From our Nora for services rendered.
Well, bless her heart. How is the old thing?
Well, considering the inquest was only 3 weeks ago, she's marvellous. Getting younger every day, so the whole men say.
Don't tell me she's been making passes at you.
You never can tell. But you know you're the only woman in the world for me, sweetheart.
Mm-hmm. Right on cue.
I'm so sorry I'm late, Mr. Peters, but I've been buying a new hat.
Hey, where are you going?
It's got me written all over it. Oh, no.
Celia, don't panic. Maybe they haven't sold it.
It is a nice little hat, isn't it?
My little Nora, your chapeau is so charming. I shall be so proud of you. I shall sing for you. I shall dance for you. I shall get the moon.
Celia, darling, I think in about another 3 months, I shall have another little job for you.